Paul George, baby. Daryl Morey. Allegedly, the Philadelphia Inquirer is reporting that what is the cap situation in the offseason looking like and why is it significant? And Keith Pompey responds that the Sixers have plenty of room to make a significant move, and they intend to do so. The Clippers forward Paul George is expected to be the top target if he declines his $48.8 million option and cannot agree to an extension. I mean, it makes sense. Paul George is the most seamlessly fitting player in the NBA. Every team wants Paul George. Why? Because of how easily he fits into a team's, like, as a secondary playmaker and just as somebody who can be the second guy or the third guy, especially as he gets older. And that's the allure. That's the allure that people like about him and what they think is impressive. As I agree with that. I always talk about a team. Everyone's talking about Paul George going, Klay Thompson going to the Orlando Magic. I think Paul George could end up in Orlando. I mean, I'm not really, but I'm saying he's the perfect guy to put next to Franz Wagner and Paolo Banchero. And I think that's what a lot of teams are looking like. Joel Embiid, Paul George, Tyrese Maxey. That's pretty darn good. He gives you the two-way ability. The way his game is aging is seamless. It's what you'd hope. And he's going to continue to get paid because of his game. He doesn't need the ball in his hand. He can defend. And that is something that is widely coveted. The Sixers aren't going to be the only suitors, let me tell you that. And this could end up being a sign and trade. Clippers could. I mean, Paul George seems like a good dude who operates in good faith and has some sort of loyalty. And the only reason he would leave Los Angeles, it seems, is because of the paycheck that he could receive going elsewhere. And it's the last bag that he'll get at the age that he's approaching. Yes, Paul George, if you guys don't realize, Paul George ain't a young cookie anymore. He ain't the same guy that he once was. Paul George, at this point, he's on the other side of just 30. He's a guy that is a 33-year-old man. He'll be turning 34 in about a month, under a month at this point, which is, if you're a basketball fan, it's crazy to think about someone that, for a lot of you, it's been your entire career watching him. For someone like me, I remember when there wasn't a Paul George in the league, but for me, it's still like crazy. I've seen most of my basketball career, there is a Paul George. So it's definitely interesting. I think out of all the people that we're hearing who could end up in the Philadelphia area, Paul George seems the most likely, in my opinion. I mean, for all we know, Donovan Mitchell could be the guy. It's crazy with how the NBA is trending and what could be there. So that's where I definitely want to hear your guys' opinion. If you guys have any expectations for the upcoming offseason, I'd like to hear them as always. But yeah, that's going to be it for me on this Paul George one. But let's get over to the rest of it. If you guys haven't heard, there is a man by the name of LeBron James. Yes, LeBron James. Go check that out.